up there. Hi guys. So we decided that we need to do a Q&A because we get like hundreds of questions come in most of the time and they're repetitive and we have to answer them individually. So we thought we need to get on a video and actually answer the questions. And this is a tamed version of Anissa in the videos because as you know on Snap and Instagram she's nothing like this. So go on then, take it away.
Okay, director, take it away.
We've got a new director today, so we'll let you know if
the last one's retired.
Last one's, yeah.
We didn't sack her off. She just, walked out. She walked out the job.
Walked out. It always happens to us. Your turn.
Hi, ladies.
Hi,
so
babe.
we've got a few common questions that have been asked. So to start off with, what is LOV exclusive?
Do you want to answer that?
You
Shall I?
answer. You answer.
Okay, right. This is you know I've got to say thank you.
It's okay. I can answer
You
all the
never let
questions.
me talk
I'm gonna answer
this
all the
much
questions.
ever. Are you okay? So basically, LOV exclusive stands for Ladies Only Vacations Exclusive. So we're a ladies only company which takes a group of women to Dubai. Currently, that's the only destination we're working with right now. But we take a group of ladies to Dubai to have a ladies-only holiday. And later on into this Q&A, you'll see what is involved and included in that. So you don't just become part of a tour, you become part of a family. Does that make sense?
The LOV family.
The LOV family is the best family in the world.
Okay.
We're just pointing at the camera to check, to make sure we remind each other that we're looking there.
Okay.
Next.
So what does each Dubai package include?
Okay, you can answer that, shall I?
You can answer it because the diary's down there. When I get my answer questions, I'll just answer
Yeah,
them.
she'll do some of them. Okay, so what you get is, girls, you get your flights. So what we do is
It's ladies only. So guys, if you're watching,
some people don't put their phone on silent. It's really, really important. You know, it would be really rude if you ever answered that question. The book. Okay. Not making sense because my concentration is totally on there. Thank you. Put it on silent, babe. Good girl. That reminds me that I should do that too. Anywho, right. So basically, what we do is you get flights included in this. You get flights, hotel, 5-star with breakfast and all taxes included. You get Dubai airport transfers, so pick and drop off at the airport as well. And then you get, we get a bus with us for around 10 hours a day according to the excursions that we have to take us out and about in Dubai.
According to our itinerary. So that doesn't mean we've got the bus again for 10 hours today.
So it just basically, when you get the itinerary, all of those activities are done on the bus, taken to on the bus. And one really important thing that you need to know is everybody keeps saying, what airport do you fly from? So our main airports are Manchester and Heathrow. So whoever lives in the south goes from Heathrow and whoever lives up the north goes from Manchester. But the later you book on, is when your choices are more limited then, because it's where we can get all of the flights to sync from each airport. Because you have to remember, if there's a group of like 30 to 50 of us, for example, we need to make sure everybody arrives into Dubai at the same time. So the flight will reflect on that. So maybe on an Emirates flight, those tickets are sold out and we can't get those tickets anymore. So what will happen is we'll have to put you on another airline, which will then bring you at the same time everybody arrives. Or if you're going from a different airport, you have to make sure the flight times are in sync. So these are really important things that nobody knows behind the scenes we have to work out.
And sometimes we do allow flights from Birmingham, but they're like, the last comers. So Birmingham as well.
Yeah, we do Birmingham as well, but it's really particular because the timings have to match. We have to make sure everybody arrives at the same time. Pickup is at the same time.
And our travel agent works really hard putting the timings together. So he makes sure that all the flights come in at the same time and there's about 15-20 minutes gap between they arrive.
Yeah.
But we'll be waiting for you at the airport till you all arrive.
Yeah, good. Next.
Okay, so if a customer was to book a trip to Dubai, what would be the deposits they need to be given?
Do you want to answer that?
So the deposit initially is £200, which is non-refundable. This secures your place. And then obviously we can set you up on a payment plan monthly of what you can afford. Should we answer the refund question now?
I was just going to ask you, would they receive a full refund?
Okay, so in terms of the refund, you give a not £200 non-refundable deposit, which is to secure your place. So we know how many tickets to block. And in terms of refunds, we don't give refunds. As your payments come in, we pay towards the hotel, the flights, the bus, and so on. So as soon as your money comes in, we pay, book your package.
So we make payments to the hotel, we make payments to the flights, because it's a prepaid package. So when you pay up front, we basically make the payments to all of the people, the vendors, etc. And then the excursions get paid as well in advance, 1 month before we go. So nothing is basically pocketed straight away. We basically make the payments first. That's just to make sure we get the right prices. Because especially everybody keeps saying to us, do holiday time, holiday time. Holidays time is peak season flights fly up instantly.
Term time prices are
We
ridiculous.
get so many messages from people saying I could get you better flights, but what people don't understand, it's a logistical nightmare to book the same sort of flight timings from different airports at the same time and making sure you get one price for it. You physically can't do it unless you're a travel agent. So the travel agent we work with is ATOL, ABTA and IATA registered. So they have all of these certifications, which is protection. So that's why we don't go on, buy any free holiday cheap.com, website.
No, we don't
We go
buy
to
anything.
actual people with certification, and our hotels, we go direct to them. We don't go online. We go direct to the hotels to make sure, let's just say, the hotel had a fire, but they have a sister hotel. What they would do, then take us there. Instead, if you were going through a website, what would happen is they'd say, okay, we'd give you a refund. Your holiday would go down the pan, rather than being able to rearrange everything. That's what we have the power to do when we work direct. This is why we don't just work with anybody unless they're either direct or a travel agent with all of those certifications.
We don't also go through internet and stuff like that to find the cheapest options, because we have responsibility for our customers and we want to make sure that we play safe. So we go direct, like Sam said earlier, Appa said earlier, we go direct to the travel agent and the hotels. So there's no other reason. Lots of people approach me, we can get this holiday cheaper, we can get a package cheaper. Well, if you can get the cheap package cheaper, it's fine. You go. We specialize in taking those that can't travel alone, and we could probably, if we went alone, get it cheaper, but we don't go through internet sites. We go direct to people.
We go
just
direct
to be
to the
safe.
hotel, direct to the bus people, direct to the excursions. We go direct to everybody. So even with the flights, we go with a travel agent who we've always advertised. We go with Nottingham Travels. If anybody wants to ring up Mr. Asim, who's the owner of the company, and ask them, do we go through them? They'll tell you and confirm it. And the ATOL and IATA and ABTA registered. So these are all of these certifications that
Very
we need
professional, mashallah.
to have, like a business standing like that. So nothing is done unprofessionally. The reason why we can't offer you as a refund is because we pay up front for everything. So when you do decide to make this decision, you've got to make it with, full senses available that you won't be able to get your money back.
And Asim for sure doesn't give us a refund.
We don't get
even if we request. He tells us in advance.
No, but everybody must know this, that you don't get your money back on tickets. You don't get your money back on flights as well.
No, Asim tells us in advance, ladies, just so you know, are you 100% sure you're booking your customer this ticket, because you won't get a refund. So he tells us every time. So even when we do 50 tickets to him, he tells me every time. So he tells me 50 times.
Yep, basically.
Just to be sure.
Shall we move on to the next question?
I think that we've gone on so long on that.
We have, but
now
it's
they've got to
important
be
to
quick,
talk
short
about
and sharp.
100%, we've gone on way too long.
Well, you should have stopped us. What kind of director are you?
What information needs to be given when booking the trip, aka passports?
Okay,
I'll
answer that in a
really
nutshell.
like a shot.
Right. So all we need is a valid passport, ladies. It has to have 6 months validity on it from the date of travel. And
your email address, your picture of your passport, your email address, and
a copy of your deposit gone in.
Exactly, we
That's
need
it.
that. We send you
Screenshot
those
of your
details once
copy.
you've got in touch with. But any questions, what you need to do is call us. Even if you don't buy the package, talk to us, and maybe we could tell you something which would ease which could calm you, basically.
And then we send you a confirmation email. Once those things come through, you get a confirmation email from LOV Exclusive
With a contact
to confirm
form.
everything.
With a contact form where you put your details, emergency contact, in case anything happens to you abroad. So we take all of that information, we get your personality, your hobbies and interest, and that's what we'll tell you why we do that.
Lovely. So now you just answered that question. Another question that's been very popular for YouTube is, what happens if someone gets lost on your trip to Dubai?
Well,
She
they don't
can
get
answer that.
lost.
She's got
Okay, so we make emergency cards, and it has your hotel address, telephone number, our personal numbers, and another emergency contact number.
And a picture of the hotel as
Picture
well.
of the hotel. So sometimes if you get into a taxi there and they're like, where, which hotel, sister, which hotel? If you can show them the pictures as well as the address, they'll bring you straight back to the hotel. So alhamdulillah, it's never happened and you can't get lost. If you've got the address, and even if I always say to my girls, take a picture in your car on your phone, because no one loses their phone, do they?
Yeah.
And if you lose your phone, then everybody knows the hotel they're staying at, and they will get there. So you can't get lost.
You can't get lost. And plus, we have
if
something
someone
where
like
you
you
can
came on tour
contact
might
us.
get
This is on the
lost.
next question.
So, all the customers of LOV, are they allowed to view the itinerary for the trip before giving a deposit?
No. Nobody is allowed to view the itinerary. Outbound works very hard to put the itinerary together. And when we first started up, anyone asking me for the itinerary, I used to get my phone and snap it to them. And what we found were people were using our itineraries to go on holiday.
And taking screenshots of exactly the places we were suggesting going. That's why we are LOV exclusive.
Yes.
Because the itinerary, even the customer receives the itinerary the month before we travel, purely because we have to see how many people have come, what the ages are, and we design it with so much detail, what sort of food we should go be eating, what sort of places we should be going to, the excursions as well, are they friendly for the elderly,
all the unique
children,
places
everything.
we can take you to that you wouldn't know if you went on your own as a...
That's how we find out from age groups, etc. That's how we find out.
So the answer is no.
Lovely. Okay, so if a customer was to book a trip last minute, how much notice would you need?
Last minute, there's no notice. If the space is available, you can book on. But the only thing with this particular tour is because it's in April holidays, the prices are just shooting and rocketing.
The tickets especially.
The hotel will stick. So if come January 2020...
We're kind of forecasting in January onwards, the ticket prices will rocket. So what we have to do is let you know that the price of this package may increase if you book it any later. That's why we're saying get your deposits in, that confirms your seat.
And
so we can get the tickets way in advance.
As well.
Locks your price, and you don't have to pay the influx.
And not only that,
prices.
if you were coming in last minute, one more thing is, say if the majority were travelling from Manchester, we would say to you, right, we can't get a flight from Manchester or Heathrow or Birmingham, or we can, but it might be a 1 hour stop somewhere, or it might be, so the flight times might be a little different.
It won't be ideal, and you won't get to travel with the group, so it's something that you don't want to do.
Okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
It's not, because we had one girl travel by herself from a particular airport, and she
came on
the
last
a bit
day.
Nervous, but she actually enjoyed the whole tour, so nothing is ever negative.
That was good. That's good. Okay, one other question that is a bit peculiar in my eyes: is this trip only for Muslim women?
No. This trip is not only for Muslim women. Ladies, please spread the word. It's for every culture, every faith,
to
everybody.
qualify, you need to just be a woman.
Yeah, weird.
She just meant two hands waving. That's
no, honestly, my Indian friends, my English friends, they all ask me, but obviously my friends, they know it is not. We have English ladies, we have African ladies, we have Indian ladies that will be coming on the next tour. So it is not only for Muslim women.
It's for anybody. It's anybody. You just have to be a female. And by the way, we've had inquiries from Australia, Canada, Paris, Pakistan. There's a lady bringing her mum from Pakistan. We're just sorting the little minor details out.
Visa out.
Because you have to, if you're from Pakistan, you don't, and you require a visa to go to Dubai. This is a very good question also.
Visa question.
If you're British national or European, you don't require a visa to go to Dubai. But if it's any other nationality, you have to check with your travel agent. Local one, just give them a call or Google it to see if you need a visa for. But if you're from England, you don't need a visa to travel to Dubai. So that's one of the things that we get inquiries far and wide.
Director's burping.
I know, she's a bit gassy.
Okay. She hasn't got a gas.
Okay.
Go on, next question.
If a customer was to come alone,
Yeah.
who would they be paired with? Would you guys decide, or would they make their own friends?
She can answer that question.
Okay, so if you come as a pair, obviously you get to stay as a pair. If you come as a single person, then
You can have your own room, but the supplementary charge is more, because single occupancy
very expensive.
costs you a lot more. That's why hotels charge single people more. But if you don't mind sharing, then she does the work for that.
Okay, so I stay up all night. I stay up for loads of nights. And what I do is, the contact form that Simon mentioned earlier, once you put your deposit in and we send you an email along with the contact form, I get all your points of hobbies and interests and likes and dislikes together. I look at the age range, I look at your hobbies, I look at your photos. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but I always do that. And alhamdulillah, I have matched all the pairs that I've matched so far have been successful. They've become lifelong friends. So even if I need to, I pick up the phone and have a 20, 30, 40, sometimes an hour long chat with them. But honestly, I would never put you with someone I didn't think it would work. And God forbid if that ever happened, I can always find a way of accommodating. So please don't worry about that. That's in safe hands. Pairing people, and
we're experts. There's a lot of detail in it. We've done 2 successful tours, and it's been successful both times.
Perfect. Bloody hell, you two on a trip. Okay, so you've kind of answered that. But if there was any awkwardness when meeting other girls, like for example, do you not have a WhatsApp group or anything?
So that's a very good question. So before you travel, about 2 weeks before you travel, depending on the sort of deadline of the tour, we create a WhatsApp group with every paying customer. So we add them onto the group, we introduce everybody. Everybody instantly becomes friends. Cheers, babe. Everybody instantly becomes friends.
Supposed to drink it.
I don't want to drink it, maybe. Maybe I'm not feeling like. Maybe I wanted her Rubicon mango and you never offered it to me.
Sharing is
Thank
caring.
you. Sharing is good. Can I answer the question first, though? This is not a sponsored ad. You can get them from Happy Store 3 for £1. I'm only joking. That's not an offer. Anyway,
You can get it from my boot for £3 for a pound. I've got it in my boot.
I'm not paying you money for it.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So basically, we make a WhatsApp group. We introduce everybody to each other. Everybody gets to know everyone. And then what we do on the group, we announce the names of the people flying from London, people flying from Manchester. We tell everybody to meet at a coffee shop. So once whoever arrives at the airport first tells everybody of their location, then tells them where they are. Everybody gets together, checks in, so that if anybody's luggage is more or less, it kind of evens out. And then boom, they get onto the flight and they know each other from the journey. So when they get to know each other from the journey, when they get to the airport, whenever we received both groups, everybody's been happy and laughing because they already know each other by the time they're there.
Do you know what? On our last, not even on both tours, they became such good friends that they were talking about car sharing to the airport. Who's going what time, who's from which city, let's car share. So mashallah, they get to know each other, what city they're from, and a little bit about each other before they can get there. And then they're really excited to meet these people.
Yeah.
So H, I think that answers the question.
I found that whenever we added everybody to the group, everybody was so excited and would say hi to each
Yes.
other, telling them about the shopping and everybody. We became a family the moment we created
That's why we call the LOV family.
Okay. I really want to hear this answer. Has there ever been an argument on your LOV exclusive
Yeah, you would wanna
trip?
Well, me and her have had a bust up a couple of
So
times.
what happens is
but-
we go in the room. I give her one look from the window, like get in.
Yeah.
She sometimes gives me the look. Most time I give her the look.
Can
We
I tell
get
a
in.
story? I've got a story quickly.
I think this video's
Okay,
gone really long.
sorry, no. Next
so
time,
no,
story time.
no, they don't fight. And you know, one of the
There's
elder
no time
ladies,
to fight, though.
one of the elder ladies said to us on the last tour,
Say it in English, say it in English, and then in
that
Punjabi.
you've got where there's 5 women in a room, they end up fighting. How you girls managed 50 women on a tour without fight? And we said the answer is up there, God. You do something with a clean niyat. Everyone's come there to have fun. Okay.
I think everybody had a story on the tour. Everybody had
Yes.
some sort of sad problem and story which they've discussed with all of us. With me and her, sorry, not all of us as in the group.
Not necessarily that everybody had a sad story. Some.
Not everybody, most did and some didn't. And the what we found is that when they came, they forgot their worries and they had the best time. I'm actually in the process of editing the part 2 vlog where you get to see everybody and the things that we did, but really it doesn't justify what we've done with people and the good time we've had and, you know, the problems and the worries that they forgot. And they went away feeling like they felt like they could conquer the world. That's the confidence we instill in you when you come on the tour.
Yeah.
Mashallah, well done. Both of your lips on your cupid bows look really nice.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so for example, if a customer was to take their children and they want to take a boy, for example, what's the minimum age? What's the maximum age you can
14.
She says 14,
Me and her
I
argue
say
about this.
16 because like there's some mothers who have got like a son who's just 16 and
No.
they don't look that old, but they say that they want to go as a family, so we don't iron out. Like in the first tour we
remember
did
that
allow.
thing, we have you don't judge a book by its cover. I have to check this boy out first because these days 14-year-old boys go on like they're adults. And for me, if I'm taking an all ladies tour, people can dress as they want, and so I don't really want so it's just something that if you've got, so 14 is absolute max. 15, and if someone's got a 16-year-old, get in touch with me.
Yeah, get in touch.
So
Yeah,
Alicia,
we do
Alicia-
allow it sometimes. Like,
We
we
do.
have allowed it on one of the tours, and to be honest, it makes the mother happier that she's gone and she doesn't want to
Yeah,
leave the
true.
children behind. And if there is just one son who's 16 and the rest are girls and stuff, we do allow
Yes,
it.
we've had that
and to
in
be
the
honest,
past.
the best part is we have women who are 70. There was kids who were young as, you know, like 6 months, 2 years. And everybody gelled together so well that you couldn't tell there was age differences. Everybody was just so cool with each other. It's unbelievable. And the dress code, I keep getting this question, which everybody asks me. Everybody's allowed to wear whatever they want. It's a ladies' tour. Every individual has their own personal style, preferences. There's just certain rules of Dubai, which we always email out to you and tell you what they are and what they're not. And we tell you on that group as well. But that's it.
Yes.
Perfect. It won't take too long to answer simple
Sorry, it's
questions.
really important. Okay.
Right, so I think you probably answered this a bit before, but can you go into more depth? Not too much depth, Salma. How many how many beds are in each room? For example, what are the room sizes?
So we won't talk about the past tour. We're going to talk about only the current tour. It's if you're just coming together as a couple, we can get you a double bed, a bed together, or a king, or two twin single beds. So it's two people per room. That's it.
Perfect. Lovely. Well done. Okay, so are you currently only taking trips to Dubai?
Yes, currently we're specializing only in Dubai because I lived there for 3 years. I know Dubai really well. When I make the itinerary, it's really, really in detail, depth, food, everything. So if we go to another country, I can't guarantee that, oh, I'll know everywhere. If something happens to somebody, will I know where to take them hospital, emergency wise? So we have to keep the safety, happiness, dietary requirements all in mind. And I think for LOV exclusive right now, Dubai is the best place because it's the safest country in the world, by the way.
Perfect. Are you both first aid trained?
Yes, I am first aid trained.
She's first aid
and I'm
trained.
safeguard trained as well. If you want to know.
And every activity, they normally have somebody who's from
Did
the
you
medical
really ask us
industry.
a question?
I know, I can't believe she asked that.
That was a trick question. That wasn't on the list.
Yeah, that was a trick
When I cut
question.
my finger, what you did to me. Right, okay. Overall, what do you both want to achieve by taking women to Dubai?
Let you answer that one.
Is this one of the last questions? Because I really want to answer this with my heart.
Go on
Okay.
then, that's
So first it started off as a business where we would travel, and that's what we thought of it, and that's the honest, blank truth. We thought we've been best friends for 24 years. We'll get to travel together, have some fun. Our kids will get to go on the odd occasion, and we'll have fun. But when we got to meet all the characters and the stories that were behind everybody, I found that it was much more than just a ladies only tour. It was a family. It was meeting these beautiful personalities and souls from different parts of the country and world, and we get the pleasure to make them laugh and happy, and that it's a reward which you can't put a price on. That's what I believe. So that's what we've achieved up until now. And we hope to be able to meet more people, change more people's life. And at the end of every tour, every year, what we want to do is an annual dinner where we invite all of the people from the tours and they can bring their friends along, where we have entertainment, food, and we have throwbacks and awards. So that's kind of why I wanted to put that out there.
It's been very successful. We've enjoyed what we're doing, and we will continue to. And we've had a lot of love and support from you guys, which is helping us get through this, isn't it?
Yeah, we're getting we're having a massive get together in Nottingham on the 14th of December with some of the tours from the members from the tours, the guests
first
and stuff.
tour and second tour,
and they're meeting us in Nottingham because it's in the middle of south and north. And you're all welcome to come. Just message us, get in touch with us, and you can come.
Any of those that want
Meet
to
us
go
in
and want to
person.
meet us in person, we have got some people coming. But yeah,
But you have to let us know if you're going to come because the place isn't really huge and we need to obviously do a booking. So just let us know. You're welcome.
and it's free to come. It's free to come.
Yeah, it's free
If
to
you buy a
come.
drink, you pay it yourself, but it's free to come. Is that it?
Lovely. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
you.
This director was pretty good. I really liked her. I think we're going to keep her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.